The World Economic Forum has published its second manifesto, and it outlines the universal purpose of a company in the fourth industrial revolution. It's the second manifesto after the one in 1973. And I'm wondering how many WEF attendees actually read it and how many would sign it. Did you read the Davos Manifesto 2020?
No, not yet.
Yep. I think it's a very practical manifesto, and especially because being in the tech sector, one of the most important things which we are seeing is the importance of upskilling and reskilling. I think that's the most, and that's something which I'm personally involved a lot around.
The companies should have zero tolerance for corruption. They should treat people with dignity and respect, work on upskilling and reskilling their employees, pay fair shares of taxes. Would you sign this?
Absolutely. We are already doing this, and it is a commitment which is no additional effort for us, since our company has a long-term commitment to preserve human rights, to be a good corporate citizen, share a fair share of the financial rewards with the public via taxes, with our shareholders, and also with our employees.
Johnny Gerald Plate, he's the Minister of Communication and Information Technology of Indonesia, and he got sparkly white badge. Hello. What impressed you most of the manifesto? What is one thing that you're like, this is something I want to implement in my industry?
Of course, in Indonesia, we are deploying such a huge informatics infrastructure, and we need to have the last mile to reach people. So one of the SDGs is to ask our people, especially the farmers, the fishermen, to be switch off from their market to switch on to this digital world and join the marketplace.
So would you sign the manifesto?
Yeah, yes, you do. We need to.
Let me just grab a pen, if I have one here. Do you have a pen, maybe?
You want me to sign it?
Yes,
okay,
I want you to sign it. Okay.
Yeah, I have it. Okay.
So maybe you can just sign here.
Okay, no problem.
Do you think people actually care about the manifesto, or they're just here just for business?
Well, I think they have to, because there is no other way in life that you could continue working in this if you want to be in business for the long term.
You didn't private jet?
No private jets. I'm against private jets, and I'm against SUVs here in Davos.
Good. So that's the topic.
I walk the whole time when I'm here, because I think it's ridiculous that we are, talking about saving the planet, and we have SUVs and private jets and helicopters landing here. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Did you read the Davos Manifesto of Klaus Schwab this year?
Absolutely. I have a panel on this specific topic also on Thursday with 3 CEOs. We talk about shareholder value versus stakeholder value. And we talk about whether or not these two things can be balanced and can actually be mutually reinforcing, as opposed to being against each other. And I believe they should be mutually reinforcing, because this is what the new generation of people are asking for, and thankfully also ourselves. But I think there's a lot of hypocrisy there. There's a lot of hypocrisy and a lot of big statements and very little action. So I'm here to ask for action.
Are companies actually caring about it?
Well, honestly, for 50 years, the WEF has been claiming to be committed to improving the state of the world, but misery, hunger, malnutrition, child labor, and forced migration have actually increased in the supply chain of many of the main partners of the WEF. So it's not really about a new Davos Manifesto. It's about accountability, about accounting, about audits, and about understanding that rule of law is the most important thing if you want to run any business or society.
I didn't read the manifesto of 2020. I don't know what is about it, but I just hear that the climate focus is very important for this 2020 Davos. And then this is also my goal, to be here, to see how all the big companies to committed not only to 2050 by zero carbon, but to 2030, to 2020. Because my people back home are suffering from the climate change that we didn't create. And then they are here, the leader, who are benefiting from all the development that created the climate change. So that's all what I know about the manifesto, but I didn't read it yet.
What was in there that you think you would like to adhere to?
I think the part about a cohesive world. I think we're too divided sometimes.
So would you sign the Davos Manifesto?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
You want to do it right now?
I don't know what you're making me sign, but I'd be happy to.
I thought you read it.
I did read it. I mean, you're giving me a piece of paper.
Okay, no, it's just like here, would you sign the manifesto? Zero tolerance for corruption, companies treating people with dignity, upskilling. Okay,
Yeah.
it's just for me, but let's sign it.
Definitely do it.
Okay.
All right. Where do you want it?
Yeah, just there. Okay, the pen is not working, but Ric is committed. Thank you very much.
Thank you.